Hello and welcome to my channel, Exceedingly Good Reviews. This is my thoughts on video. My thoughts on WWE Friday Night SmackDown from the 30th of October 2020, October 30th, day before Halloween. The show opens and I noticed there was no Thunder and Lightning little gimmick, cheesy gimmick. Thank God WWE stopped doing that. Roman Reigns comes out to open up the show. Jey Uso is already in the ring. Roman tells Jey to fall in line now. You know, he defeated him at Hell in a Cell. All that's left now is for Jey to toe the line, basically. You know, fall in line and follow your tribal chief. Jey keeps saying that he hates Roman and whatnot. But Roman just tells him by the end of the night, you will fall in line. You will follow your tribal chief. First match of the night. Kevin Owens takes on Dolph Ziggler. It's a Survivor Series Team SmackDown qualifying match. This was a very plain match. Dolph Ziggler comes out with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode tries to get involved. The ref sees, ejects him from ringside. Both men hit some moves. The Famouser, which Kevin Owens kicks out of. Kevin Owens going for pop-up powerbombs and whatnot. Kevin Owens hits the stunner and wins the match. This was a very plain match. This is a basic match. We've seen it a dozen times probably. It was nothing special and not a great way of opening the show, I don't think. Not from a match point of view. I like both of these competitors, but this was just a very plain match. We see Natalya backstage interacting with Adam Pearce. She wants to be Team SmackDown, Women's Team SmackDown Survivor Series team captain. But yeah, she thinks that she should pick the team. Billie Kay's there. She wants to be captain, and then Bianca Belair comes in. She wants to be captain. And Adam Pearce decides, you know what, the three of you, you're going to compete, and the winner of that match will be. He didn't specify the captain, but will be on Team SmackDown for the Survivor Series match between the SmackDown ladies and the Raw ladies. So yeah, we get that. Why isn't Corey Graves and Michael Cole in fancy dress? We got Vic Joseph and Wade Barrett in fancy dress on NXT. This is one night away from Halloween. Where was their fancy dress? I did not like this. Michael Cole, Corey Graves, you should be in fancy dress. Corey interviews Lars Sullivan. There's an interview with Lars Sullivan, pre-taped. Lars Sullivan sounds like he was bullied as a child, which probably explains why he is the way he is. He got called a freak a lot as a child. He ended up changing the children's laughter to cries when he started beating them up, and when the laughing stopped, the crying started, which I thought was the screaming. Started, and the screaming will last for hours. But it explains a lot of his character, why he is so freakish, because he was called a freak as a kid. It's a sad story, that, really. You know, bullying is not cool. Please do not do bullying. I feel sorry for people who have been bullied. Yeah, this will, you know, maybe it's highlighting bullying and saying that it's not cool, but touchy subject, this WWE. We get Murphy and Aaliyah backstage. Murphy tells Aaliyah that he wants to apologise to Ray and Dominic. So we'll see what occurs there. That's not going to go down well. Second match of the night. It's Bianca Belair taking on Natalya, taking on Billie Kay for the rights to be on SmackDown team, the women's SmackDown team for Survivor Series. Raw didn't have any qualifiers for their women. Their women were just all picked. So, you know, where's this one come from? Why is SmackDown having to do qualifiers? SmackDown's got the smaller roster, surely. They've only just got enough women to make up the Team SmackDown. Jokes. I know they don't. I know they've got more women than that. But anyway, Billie Kay, throughout the match, keeps trying to pick her spots, you know, keep trying to escape the ring, let Bianca and Natalya take each other out, and Billie Kay keeps trying to pick her opportunities to either get a pin or hit a maneuver or whatnot. There's a moment when Natalya has Bianca Belair in the sharpshooter. Billie Kay decides to run in and lock Bianca Belair into a face lock, a bit like a crossface, and Natalya's like, what are you doing? She has to let go of her sharpshooter to deal with Billie Kay, because obviously if Bianca taps, which one of these two ladies wins? So yeah, Natalya ends up getting annoyed with Billie Kay and whatnot. Natalya locks Billie Kay then in the sharpshooter. Okay, comeuppance, I guess. And Bianca Belair hits a KOD to win the match. I expected Bianca Belair to win this match. She's the better star. This was a good match. It wasn't great. I mean, the first match didn't exactly set the bar very high, so maybe that's why this one was a good match. Maybe on any other night it wouldn't be a good match, but for this night it was a good match. Quite enjoyable. Bianca Belair, like her, she's on Team SmackDown. We get the Carmella video package. You know, I'm guessing she's going to make an appearance next week on SmackDown. Don't care. Murphy comes out with Aaliyah, arm in arm. Are they a couple now? Who knows? He wants the apology. He wants to apologize, to Dominic and Ray. He keeps calling them out. He wants to do it face to face. Seth Rollins answers. Seth Rollins is the one who comes out. Seth says a few things. Seth gets attacked from behind by Dominic. And then it's Dom and Murphy getting into a brawl. And then it's Murphy and Ray getting into a brawl. And all this. It looks like Ray's going to go and hit the 619. Aaliyah stops him. No, don't hurt him. I love him. Ooh, Aaliyah loves Murphy. Obviously, this it's shocking news to Ray and Dom. And Aaliyah ends up kissing Murphy. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Between Murphy and Aaliyah. Daniel Bryan is warming up. He's got his qualifying match against Jey Uso later in the night. Third match of the night, it's the Street Profits taking on Cesaro and Nakamura. This was an okay match as well. This was an okay, decent match. They've got good chemistry, these two teams. The Street Profits, Cesaro and Nakamura. It's nice to see them all get a match. Like I said, I'd rather see Nakamura and Cesaro as single stars, but you know, this is a way of getting on television, and I'm happy for that. Everyone hits their offense. It looks like Cesaro takes out Montez Ford. He hoists him up and sends him flying over the barricade hard to where the monitors are with all the fans on. That pretty much takes a lot of it out of Montez Ford. So Angelo Dawkins is basically in the match on his own. It's become mainly a 2-on-1 match. Montez Ford is there and thereabouts and just get offense in it here or there. Angelo Dawkins ends up getting the advantage, hitting a maneuver. A suplex, I think, off the top rope, and then Montez Ford hits his frog splash that goes all the way to the moon and back. He needs to get in touch with Cameron Grimes because Montez Ford genuinely gets to the moon and back with his leap for his frog splash. That is phenomenal frog splash. Hits that and wins the match. So the Street Profits win. Good for you. Sami Zayn is seen talking about, he's the Intercontinental Champion. Bobby Lashley's just the United States Champion. The Intercontinental covers all continents, so therefore, he is the better champion, the greater champion. He is a true champion of the Intercontinental world. We then get boss time. God, Michael Cole, stop saying boss time. It's boss time. Sasha Banks comes out with that shirt. She just looks great here. In the outfit that she's got on, she looks absolutely stunning. She cuts a promo about, the end of her friendship with Bayley and whatnot, but she's now finally here with the SmackDown Women's title and all this. This brings out Bayley, and there's a bit of a back and forth between them on the mics, and it leads to Bayley challenging Sasha Banks to a match for the SmackDown Women's title next week on SmackDown, which is confirmed later on in the night. Bayley alluding to the fact that Sasha can win the belts, but she's never able to keep hold of the belts, never able to retain the titles. So we'll see if that stays true come next week on SmackDown. So yeah, there's that. And then we get our fourth and final match of the night. It's Daniel Bryan against Jey Uso in the SmackDown Survivor Series qualifying match. During the match, Roman comes out. The match's already begun. There's already been offense between these two. Roman comes out to watch on. He's watching on from ringside. There's still plenty of maneuvers that goes on. Jey Uso ultimately picks up the victory here. This was a shocker. He beat Daniel Bryan. Jey Uso is on Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. Okay. It's what occurs after the match, though. After the match, we get Jey acknowledging to Roman, "I need you. I acknowledge you as my tribal chief. I will follow your leadership. I will follow the line. I will toe the line and all that." And Roman says, "Okay, yeah, you believe. Make him believe," pointing at Daniel Bryan. And Jey Uso then just goes crazy and starts attacking Daniel Bryan all around the arena, puts him through the announce table, hits a Uso splash and putting Daniel Bryan through the announce desk. And the beatdown continues. He's pummeling into Daniel Bryan as the show goes off, as Roman Reigns is in the ring watching. So yeah, Jey Uso has gone to the dark side. It would seem he is acknowledging Roman as his tribal chief. I'm assuming Jimmy will follow the line as well when he comes back. So yeah, this is what it is. Overall, it was a poor show from WWE for SmackDown. This was the fallout from Hell in a Cell. We get 4 matches, a 2-hour show with only 4 matches on it, 2 qualifying matches. Jey Uso on Team SmackDown, that's quite nice to see. But yeah, and Kevin Owens, okay, yeah, nice to see Kevin Owens. But all the rest, I mean, it could have done. The SmackDown women, why did they have to qualify? The Raw women didn't have to, so why did the SmackDown women have to qualify, go through qualifying matches? There was a lot of talking between matches, and this is really difficult to give you a My Belt of the Night match. I'll have to give it to the main event, Jey Uso against Daniel Bryan. Just more so, not from the match itself, but what occurs after the match. I mean, the match was good, but there was other good matches. The Street Profits against Nakamura and Cesaro, for example. But the match was good, but because of the segment that occurs, I think that makes it belter worthy. So that's my belt of the night. Overall, though, this was a poor show. Shame on you, WWE, coming off Hell in a Cell. That I thought was a great pay per view, a great showing from WWE on the Hell in a Cell side of things, and then you get this poor version of SmackDown. It was just it was an absolute chore trying to get through this. It was just awful. Poor show. But those are my thoughts on SmackDown. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, stay tuned and keep an eye out for more content. I just want to say a big thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay classy.